But so welcome all. We're here again, once again, tier three at CDR. Season three. This is round 15 at Bahrain. Just the penultimate round. You got one more round after this. You've got myself on comms, Clay Mull, joined by North Fandangle.
All right. So yeah, hello to everyone. Pretty intense week in the tier three chat. In specific, just going to give you a brief update on standings as we wait for the cars to take to the track for Q1. We got a five-way battle at the top for the championship. There's only 7 points splitting the five. We got Kane Lowry on 155, Reggie and Paranoid on 152. Mechanical on 150, the Jampot on 148. There is battles everywhere. P6 to P9 we've only 13 points. P10 to P15 we've only 19 points. As the bottom five will be making a look to push up the leaderboard. In terms of constructors, we have a two-way battle now at the top with Ferrari and Williams. If the Ferrari boys get if they beat him by 37 points tonight, Ferrari will be the constructor champions. That said, the constructors is still very tight. P3 to P8 and the constructors in and around 100 points separating seven teams, or six teams rather. So it is still very tight there, as you have Aston Martin and Merc at the bottom. They'll be looking to push up the leaderboard as well in the last couple of races. So yeah, exciting times ahead. Let's hope we can, or at least I can, keep it under wraps tonight.
Yeah, well, that's it. You know, we're following on from a brilliant race last week in Spain, and you know that blew the title championship wide open. You know, Jampot was over 20 points off last week, and now he's sitting 7 points off the lead. I will just shout out though, Jampot is racing with a broken foot and COVID.
Yeah, that's just testament to kind of states his intentions, doesn't it?
Definitely. You know, he must have been so disappointed this morning getting up, knowing that, and knowing that, you know, he is the outsider for the title, but you know his name's in the hat along with the other four. Steve's just commented
Yeah.
saying it's dry. So all dry today. So good. No
Yeah, as
weather.
I said, look, you know, a couple of races to go. If you're not in the championship battle, you still want to be aiming to finish as high up as possible. So yeah, it's intriguing to see how this plays out. Some guys maybe not fancying Bahrain as much as others, but yeah, I mean, I don't think. Again, I said this last week, but it's probably even more prevalent this week. It won't be won here. Well, unlikely. It's unlikely to be won here, but it can certainly be lost here.
Definitely. There's a few tricky corners. You know, it's one where if you do try and abuse the curbs, it will punish you. Similar to Spain last week, very technical track. Now Bahrain is one that a lot of drivers know, being one of the early ones in the career mode seasons. But it is still a difficult track to race at.
Absolutely, yeah. We've Colin Spencer, aka Mechanical, in the chat saying, "Don't add pressure." If this isn't pressure, I don't know what is. Simple as that. Sorry, lad.
The fact that you're listening into the stream when you've got everything to go for, you know, that shows where your
Yeah,
mindset is.
bad idea. Mute the stream. Mute the stream.
I am on board with Monkeys to Nuts at the moment. He's the first one on a flying lap. He's going to be the first across the line by some time before a Haas. I'm not sure if that's Paranoid behind him or Bartman. But yeah, Monkeys to Nuts just coming out of the last corner now.
Yeah,
DRS open
it's
and
one of
across the
these.
line.
Obviously, we had a pretty intense, spectacular quali session last week. It is one of those tracks where I don't think it will be as tight. You know, an odd mistake here or there, and it's a long enough lap compared to Spain. But I do still expect to see guys hitting close to them low 127s, mid 27s, possibly 26s. Who knows? Tier three always tends to throw a spanner in the works of our early predictions.
Definitely. It's always one that surprises us. Dimster setting the pace early with a 28 flat, just following Osso now as he comes across the line. And Osso, provisional pole, 27.6. Good lap from Osso.
Yeah,
and that's straight away beaten by Paranoid with a 27.5.
Yeah, as I did point out earlier, it is Williams and Ferrari in a battle for the constructors. So you will have Osso Basso and Mechanical in the Williams, and you have Kane Lowry and Blue New Soul in the Ferrari. So they'll probably be keeping an eye on each other as it goes, as well as the Jampa comes in with a 27.3 with a broken foot.
Yeah, definitely not slowing him down at all. One thing I found from Friday's sessions, Dad, I'm not sure if it from our session on Friday anyway. I'm not sure if it was the same in Tier 1, but the timings were so close.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I watched that stream back. It was as tight as we've seen this season.
Yeah, I think Q1 had a second or less than a second between P1 and P20.
Yeah, that's just where we are. We tend to find that, and it's like banging the same tree every time. But it is the three tiers are very, very tight, and you do have that overlap of pace. It's just race consistency, race pace can be a bit different, as we have Ruben in early doors with Osso on asteroids today once again, as Ninja takes a pretty big spin at, I'm not sure where, Corbadet I think.
Yeah, it is. I'm just on board with Gameful at the moment as he's on a hot lap. Just coming towards the end of his lap now on that straight in sector 3. Yeah, I will say I've been fairly impressed with Gameful this, especially the second half of this season.
Yeah,
he was one who was always involved. He always got tied up in incidents. Whereas this second half of the season, he's pretty much been into he has been caught in a couple, but he took his first race win. He's been up there battling. Obviously, the pole position last week. Really good.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100% there. And look, I've had this conversation that's kind of famously known as the Dan talk. Like he showed a lot of pace towards the end of season 2, and then just getting caught up in kind of niggly, silly things in the first half of the season. But he's absolutely turned it around the second half of the season. Very rarely in the incidents pages now, which is good to see. And he has the pace. We've seen he has the pace.
Definitely.
He reserved in Tier 2 a bit at the start as well. There's no doubt Gameful has the pace.
Yeah, definitely. Running no assists as well, it's difficult to do. Especially, you've got a mix of assists here. But
yeah,
as Kane Lowry sets a 28-1, which puts him 100 for ahead of his teammate.
Ooh, Mechanical with a 127.344. So yeah, that they're kind of making a fool of me. The top 5, 3/10, just over 3/10 between the top 5. So yeah, it's going to be tighter than I thought.
I will just say, Osso's just jumped in the comments saying the asteroids haven't kicked in yet.
He probably took the slower release ones to come live for Tier 3 or Q3. But yeah, Osso is another one kind of like Gameful. Start of the year we had set a high bar for Osso for the season. Didn't quite work out, but the last 3-4 weeks he has shown that he's absolutely more than capable of punching with the bigger guys, we'll call them, at the top end of that championship, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, also, was he with us in season 1 or was it just season 2? I think he was with us in season 1 as well. He was in that title battle, wasn't he, with Paranoid?
Yeah, he was.
And that was not just on pure pace. That was down to consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've been banging that drum all year with consistency, and we still have guys practicing on TT. The sooner people get out of TT and out of GP mode and into practice lobbies, that's the only place. When we're looking at the drivers' standings, the championship at the end of the year, there's no mention of a TT time anywhere. So it is about a race setup and perfecting that setup.
Yeah, just looking at the comments, Dylan's just commenting saying, "How are you lads doing tonight?" We're very good, Dylan, mate. Thanks for asking. How are you? How are you doing? Are you looking forward to the race? What's your plan? How's your practice gone?
I just have a Gainful who set a purple sector 1 and 2 as he comes around the last corner to the start-finish line. Ooh, he lost a lot of time in sector 3, I would think there. 2 purple sectors.
Yeah, I was on board with Earth Pack. He only managed a 30 flat, so I think he will be going again. We've got Carl and Steve on a lap. Steve has invalidated though, so I'll stay on board with Carl at the moment. He's not got a lap time set. This is his first hot lap.
Apologies if I go silent every now and again. Chloe is away for the weekend, so I'm trying to manage a stream, 2 dogs and 2 kids at the same time. So, yeah.
No rest for the wicked. No rest for the wicked.
No. So you've got Dylan on an out lap. Carl Trim deciding to say, oh no, he's on a flyer.
Yeah, this is his first hot lap. Evening, Bernard. How you doing? Up the Breakfast Club. See, Carl's another one as well. He's shown pace throughout different periods of the season. You know, different races. He's looked quick, and then when it's come to the race, it's not quite worked for him.
Yeah, look, obviously we're still in season 3, but there's 1 or 2, maybe 3 guys who have come in this season.
Late.
So I think you'll probably see the best of them next season, you know, kind of fresh
definitely,
start.
definitely.
But yeah, I agree. Carl is one of them. Definitely, like, there's definitely a bit of pace about Carl, no doubt. As he goes up to P14 with a 128.3. So you currently got Wings, Monkey and North Pack on the cusp, and they are all in the pits. Dylan's on a flyer, as is Steve, who's coming on the back straight, I think, towards the last corner.
Yeah, I'm on board with Steve at the moment. He's lucky he put enough fuel in, to be honest, because he did invalidate his first hot lap, so he had to go again. And he's managed P12, 28.1. Not a bad time there from Steve.
Yeah, that puts Carl down in there now, so Carl probably has enough time to get back to the pits to put on a fresh set if he thinks it's needed. Maybe he just had a scruffy lap, hard to say. Kane Lowry with a 28.1, he's not going to be overly happy with that, but you tend to see this with Kane. In particular, Tier 3, you see the quality times just increase lap on lap on lap.
Definitely. That's it. I think both Ferrari guys there will be wanting to improve massively from that. Sitting 13th and 14th. I'm on board with Dylan at the moment. He's spun. It looks like the curb of death caught him out there. And that was Dylan's first hot lap as well, so that will cost him now. Hopefully he's got enough fuel to give it another go. How long's left? 5 minutes. He could come into the pits if need be. As Aidan Gray says, Wagwan G. How you doing?
What that means?
Dan's not down with the kids. And Colpy says, evening Colpy, how you doing? It's good to see drivers from all tiers here joining. You know, getting involved in this very close title fight we've got here in Tier 3. As Aidan has, because he was off track so long, he's got this lap invalidated as well. Now I'm not sure if did I say Aidan? Dylan? Dylan, basically, I don't know if he'll have enough fuel for 3 laps, but he might want to jump into the pits and get back out as soon as possible with as minimal fuel, but that will only give him 1 lap at it.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Kane Lowry, who is going to be coming into traffic here as he approaches the second DRS zone.
Oh, he should be fine. They're far enough ahead, surely.
Yeah.
Nice early shift into third there, out of there, extra traction. Nice run. Let's see what his sector 2 time is.
Steve cropping up the leaderboard into the 27s now as well. Currently taking P10 as Ken Lowry has a purple sector 2. So could be a big improvement here from Ken Lowry if he hooks up sector 3.
Almost 4 tenths up there, which would put him around, you know, the 6th place mark. Larry puts him up
Yeah.
to 7th place, a 27.8. Beautiful lap there. As we have lost Nerf Pack. It looks like Nerf Pack's crashed out.
Yeah, strange place as well.
I think he's lost it on the exit of turn 8 and spun into the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just that blue new soul, but I just missed it.
Yeah, I flicked to blue just as it went past that corner and saw where his car was. It looked like he'd had a bit of wheel spin out of turn 8, spun into the wall. So that's unfortunate there for Nerf Pack.
As Aidan Gray says, no, I wish I was back in T3. Aidan, this is the closest you're going to get to T3 by.
You know, we put a lot of time and effort into getting the tiers as close as we possibly can, and you know, when one driver's setting quality times that are miles away from everyone else, you know, there's something you need to reassess.
Well, yeah, I mean, not only that, when you then back it up with consistency and race pace, as we saw with Henke the first 4 or 5 races of the season,
definitely.
It was like curtains drawn after about 7 rounds, I would say. So he took the challenge to move to Tier 1, where he's not doing too bad, to be honest. So it is great to see. You know, we've had a situation even with Tier 1 Scotty last season. After the first or second race in Tier 2, we knew straight away he was just going to be really, really quick. Took the challenge, went up and won Tier 1. So
yeah, that's it. You know, we don't move someone up if we don't think they'll be competitive. And as you say, Scotty, I think it was a bit later in the season than that. I think it was more round 4 or 5. We moved Scotty up. And yeah, like you say, he went on and took the Tier 1 championship.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Obviously I'm Tier 1 this season, so I have raced a bit with Scotty, but he tends to be ahead of me. He's a really quick driver, as Blue New Soul as a Purple Sector 2.
Sector 2, so, yeah, just over a 10th under his time. He needs this to get through as well.
Let's see if he can hook up Sector 3. Not sure what a Sector 1 time was like.
Dylan's back in the pits as well, so that will be Dylan out. He won't have enough time. Oh, Blue, brilliant. 27.9 up into P10. Purple Sector 3 as well.
That puts Dimster down into 16th by 8 thousandths of a second.
And Dimster is on an invalidated lap, so he will not be able to improve. He will not be able to set another time. We've got Wings just coming round the last corner now. He's pulled straight into the pits.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Dimster there. 7 thousandths of a second. Unfortunately, we are going to lose Dimster, but Carl just about doing enough there.
Yeah, he is on another flying lap as well. But yeah, this is following trend here. We're extremely close. You know, from P1 to P13 are within 6 tenths, 7 tenths. As Carl is a quarter of a second under his own time there at Sector 2.
Yeah, he's looking to be getting into the 127s here as well.
Definitely.
It's so tight, Clay. Look at it. The first P17 is under a second, 9 tenths. As Carl goes up to P7 with a 127.7. So yeah, extremely tight. Very, very tight. And, you know, following the trend of the last few races, I'm expecting Gang to push here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a high 26. And it's not at all impossible.
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, the first pacey quality lap set by Jampot and Colin there, 27.3s. Not bad times to be setting in Q1 at all. You know, them guys probably will be looking at dipping into the 26s, the high 26s. It's just one of them, do you push it more? Because all strategy is going to be decided from this next quali session, and your title challenges, you know, it'll be interesting to see what each of them do.
Yeah. I don't think, it's very, very hard. It's one of these things, you know, you start on the mediums not expecting a safety car, you get a safety car, you start on the softs to expect one, you don't get one. But I think ultimately there isn't a major difference between a one-stop and a two-stop. The one advantage I would say, and it's something you'll always see. You know, the guys towards the end of Q2 going on the softs if they think they're in trouble, but a medium soft with no safety car is optimal, I think, here. But again, safety cars can throw a lot of stuff. It's not a safety car prone track, but you can get them.
Yeah, well, this is exactly it. You know, last week in Spain, we saw people under fueling expecting a safety car, and there was no safety car. So, you know, is that going to be playing in the minds of some people? Obviously, we saw Osso have a brilliant drive. He was up in P2, and unfortunately, he lost out because he ran out of fuel.
Yeah.
Just looking at that, they're almost half a tenth covering the first three. That
and even don't
brilliant to see.
7/10 down to P15, you know, and you know, Dimster wings weren't a million miles away. Bit unlucky from North Pack, couldn't hook it up. Dylan, I'm not sure what happened to Dylan.
Invalidated a couple of laps, so you know, unfortunately he ended up running out of time.
Yeah, super. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to look through the title challengers currently occupying P1, P2, P4, and P9. We saw this from Kane Lowry again last week, though. He was in and around that kind of P6, P7, P8, and he ended up taking the win, didn't he? No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Jab took the win, but he finished P4.
P5. No, sorry, P4. Yeah.
P4.
We had Paranoid and Reggie spin on the last lap, and then the infamous F-bomb from yourself.
Yes. Look, I'm not going to rule out an F-bomb, but I would absolutely try my best. Lead by example and all that. As the two Ferrari boys get out together straight away, so does that suggest a bit of a team game going on here? Quite possibly. As Kane Lowry is actually second, so yeah, and he has gone on the softs. We have seen this with Kane Lowry. He does kind of put
on the mediums.
On the softs.
It's blue on the softs.
Okay. Mine's glitching, so I have him on softs.
Yeah, so at the moment on the outlaps we've got blue on the softs, Ninja on the softs, Unethical Toast, Jampot and Kane Lowry on the mediums, and Hound on the mediums as well.
Yeah, you know, again, though, it's one of these things, and I suppose it is personal preference. But for me, especially at a track like Bahrain, where there's, you know, a lot of time to be potentially lost with mistakes, if you don't plan on starting on the mediums, I wouldn't be setting the lap on the mediums. You know, you wanna have as much time as you want. You know, if you're committing to starting on the softs, you might as well just go start on the softs.
Yeah,
I'll put a time in.
Sorry, I'm just going to jump to the comments here. Dylan commented saying, "Gotta love spinning at P." I'm guessing that's turn 12. Getting a this and next lap DSQ, and the next lap he did was a 27.2, which would have put him in P1. But he then ran out of fuel, which is why he had to pit.
Yeah, I mean, if he's setting that kind of quality times, he's going to be making a charge. I know we've said this a lot, and it's not to be disrespectful, but Dylan, especially, as we've seen last week, he's absolutely more than capable of grabbing poles, but it just seems to fall apart during the race with little accidents or, you know, penalties in particular. So yeah. I think if Dylan can tighten up his penalties and try and stay. Ooh, it's Kane Lowry's gone. Oh.
Sorry, I missed that. Was on board with Blue New Soul there. He's obviously the first on a flying lap, but there we go.
Out of 3, caught the curb on the right.
There's the first of the title challenges. The pressure getting to Kane Lowry. That looks like he will be starting P15 now.
Oh yeah, that's not ideal from Kane Lowry. Not ideal, but you know, still a long ways to go. Anything can happen in the race. Drama though, that's definitely drama.
Yeah, it's adding to it.
Championship leader out.
You know, I will say Netflix's Drive to Survive has got nothing on this.
Absolutely nothing. What I was saying about Dylan was, if he can just try and limit the penalties and keep his nose clean, I don't see any reason why he can't be fighting for this title next season. Absolutely no reason at all. Ninja is very, very similar. Has the quality pace, just penalties and, getting
Yeah,
caught up in things. I think two of them are guys that can challenge next season. Absolutely
yeah,
no
definitely,
question in my mind.
definitely. Not a brilliant lap there from Blue, 1:30.8. Not sure if he's decided to slow down so he can set another time on the mediums to beat that or what, but definitely not a really good lap from Blue there.
And look, this is the thing for me as well, right? The jam pot setting at 28.6 on the mediums, that's not going to be enough. You know what I mean? So like you have to look at Q1 and look at that time that's set in the guy that's in P10 who was in the 27s. You're going to need to be in the 27s on their mediums, and that's the thing for me. So either commit to the mediums and risk going out, or just go set your lap on softs.
Well,
Gives you a second run.
this is exactly what we saw in that session last week, though, in that qualifying 2 session in Spain last week. As Paranoid puts a 28.1 in on the mediums. We've currently got Jackie in P1, a 27.6. Brilliant time there by Jackie.
Absolutely super, yeah. Again, Paranoid getting closer to that 28 flat, but I still think he will end up going out. The only way this changes is if you get, 5 or 6 drivers that are on the cusp. If they hold their ground, but depends where you are. I think Paranoid might have a chance of getting through on their mediums, but
yeah, I'm just on board with Reggie at the moment. I'm just trying to flick between some of the title challenges. Obviously, we've had Paranoid Cross, Jampot Cross. Reggie's on a hot lap on the mediums now, and Mechanical has opted for the softs.
Reggie invalidated, unfortunately, so he's going to have to go again.
Yeah. I had Reggie selected, but it didn't have me on board with Reggie. It had me on board with an Alpine, which was gameful. So yeah, as Mechanical's out on softs as well, so he's going different to the other title challenges. So this, it'll be interesting to see as Jackie goes faster again.
Yeah,
at 27.4.
That's the thing. Like obviously, no safety car. Optimal strategy is a medium soft is probably the way to go. You'll get less deg on the softs with the lower amount of fuel, but a soft medium is also doable. It is one of these things, and I find it with this track, if you are committing to a one stop with no safety cars, when them tyres start to die out the last 3-4 laps of the stint, that curb of death becomes the curb of death.
Yeah, that's it. It goes from a flat out corner to you end up having to lift through it. I will just say though, Jackie has done 2 laps on them tyres, even though his first lap was enough for P1.
Yeah, absolutely don't want to put any more than 1 lap on the tyre starting on here.
Yeah, definitely not on the softs.
No.
As Reggie's having to do a second lap, invalidating his first. He's coming across the line now and goes P6 with a 28.5, so he probably will be looking to improve further as Mechanical snuck in the 5 thousandths behind Jackie.
As Paranoid further improves with a 128 dead on them mediums, I actually think, we saw, I'm just looking at Carroll because he was there, he set a low 28 in Q1, I think. So Paranoid, I think the only viable option to start in the mediums currently, but again, it just depends on a safety car. We had a safety car in Tier 1 Friday night lap, I want to say 7 or 8, which played into the soft runners' hands and left the medium runners kind of high and dry. So it depends how things work out,
we had a safety car in Tier 2, I think it was lap 4, as Carl puts it P3 with a 27.7. We had a safety car in Tier 2, I think it was around lap 4, and then when the safety car came in, I think I caused another safety car. As Ninja goes third with a 27.5, purple sector 3 there for Ninja. Beautiful time. As I'll jump on board with Osso now as he's on a hot lap, the only one of the guys still in this that's not set a time yet.
Yeah, look, just looking at the times, I think Paranoid has found an extra gear here. Ooh, as Northpack leaves the session, I will invite him back in.
Cheers, Dan. Just watching offshore now, keeps it tidy through turn 10 there. Just past a slow moving Aston Martin a Carl. Alfa Romeo, even. Nerfpack's just rejoined.
Yeah, super. So yeah, as we kind of head towards the end of this quality session, you're going to have Gameful, Unethical Toast and Reggie. Like, they have to go again. I think it would be a big risk not to go again.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanna shout out there for Monkeys to Nuts, sat in Osso puts it P1 at 27-2.
The OS flow is in full swing.
There you
Blue
go.
Soul has disconnected. I'll just give him another invite.
Jump on board with Hound. He's just coming through the end of sector 2, coming up to the curb at F. Keeps it flat through there. He's half a second under his own time here. That should see him improve. Not massively, but only a few positions.
Yeah, this Q3 is going to be mental. I'm just looking at the guys that kind of are around the P10 mark in Q1, and like I saw Jackie, they're setting low 27s now.
Steve
So
improves by almost 8 tenths, so 28-2 puts him in P8.
That's a great laugh from Steve.
I was trying to do a shout out for Monkeys to Nuts there, sat in what was P6 before Osso flew to the top. Not a bad time at all from him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just Steve there in P8. He's had a couple of good weeks. He is one of those drivers that thinks he's slow, but not as slow as what he thinks. Do you know that kind of way? And I think a lot of guys get hard on themselves. You know, things happen. Just head down, plow on, and see what happens. Currently sitting P8, so you know that's not slow.
Yeah, we got 2 of the title challengers currently sat in P12, P13, both on outlaps now on the soft tyres. Their medium runs not good enough to see them through. So let's see what they do now.
What's Paranoid thinking?
A lot of guys behind Paranoid on the on an outlap on the soft tyres, fresh softs.
Because he has another minute or so before he has to make a decision. I think we have an issue with Blue New Soul. He has disconnected and he is now offline. So I've sent him another invite, so let's see.
Just on board with Reggie now as he's coming down the back straight. In sector 3, just about to start a hot lap going again.
So yeah, I mean this like I don't know what's going on with Blue. Maybe he has had a power cut or something. But Kane Lowry out in Q1 as well, or Q2, sorry. Just kind of plays into the hands of Williams. Also mechanical looking pacey here, so they might make the last race interesting in terms of the constructors title.
Yeah, definitely. You know, constructors obviously here we do a joint constructors across all 3 tiers. This is the first season of running it, and to be honest, it has been brilliant.
Yeah, it's been super. It's like, as I was saying to you earlier, you know, it brings drivers closer. And as you bounced into the Ferrari chat last night, you had 160 odd unread messages. So that just proves it's worked. And the obviously the Ferrari have been like leading since I would say the first round or the second round, but to have only 100 odd points between P3 and P8, it's still incredibly tight. It's just a kind of a testament to what we all do, you know, when we're trashing out the pots, and it's for the driver's draw.
Monkeys to Nuts has crashed out at is that turn 4?
Turn 1. That's turn 1, I think.
No, I think that's turn 4, but the end of that DRS straight, the right-hander. Jampot
Yeah,
sets a 27-1, so he has improved. Reggie's just about to come across the line now as well. You know, probably the commentator's curse there for Monkeys to Nuts, but Reggie does a 27-7, puts it into P7. Steve has improved again as well. He's up into P6 with a 27-6.
Yeah, that's a super quality session. This Q3 is going to be insane, as Paranoid has now decided he's not done enough, which I kind of thought would be the case. He is gone out in the softs, so he's down in P12 now. And this is the thing for me, he needs a spotless lap here, and this is what I say, is it an unnecessary pressure?
He's got one go at it, that is exactly it. As Mark Trim's commented saying, evening chaps, good luck Carl T. Yeah, Carl was looking good, but he's in the pit at the moment. He won't have enough time to get another lap in, and Paranoid is looking to improve. There's only Paranoid or Gameful that could knock Carl out here. Paranoid sets a purple sector 1. Wow.
4 tenths up in sector 1, so you could see a 26 here very, very quickly. I do anticipate a 26.
Definitely, it's just whether or not he pushes too much. Obviously, a couple of tricky corners as he gets round 1 there, turn 10. Very tricky. You see a lot of guys breaking very deep into that corner, especially in race trim as well with a full tank of fuel.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to be, once this quali session is over, I will be back in a couple of minutes.
Whoa, no problem, Paranoid, well. Almost 8 tenths under.
If he hooks up sector 3, he's in for a 26. That's
unethical toast.
127-1.
Wow, what a lap. I just want to say, take a picture now. The Breakfast Club are on top.
Oh, 127 dead from Paranoid.
27 flat. That's unfortunate there for Bartmandu and Carl. Both Paranoid and Toast improving massively there.
Alright, back in a sec.
There's a hidden comment saying at this rate there will be no tier 3. Everyone's getting quite fast. Tell me about it. I'm struggling myself at the bottom end of tier 2 now this season, and to be honest, I don't think I'd fit into tier 3. I think we need to start at tier 4. But again, just showing how close it is here. You know, Paranoid with a blinding lap, a 27 flat, and still, you know, P13 is only a second off that time. That is brilliant. You know, it's unbelievably close here. 12 guys all in the 27s. Is crazily close, and you know we've got this and one more round left. Unfortunate for Ferrari there, Blue New Soul disconnecting, Kane Lowry crashing out, but we have lost Kane Lowry, Blue New Soul, Monkeys to Nuts, Carl Trim and Bartmandu. So we've got 4 of the 5 title challenges into Q1, so let's see how it goes here. Colin saying, be happy to race against you next season. I don't know if that's sure about if you're talking about me moving down or you moving up. I think you've shown good pace this season, lad. You know, you raced me early this season as well when you reserved in tier 2. Yeah, I think you might be jumping ahead of me soon. You know. Hound in Q3, yeah, big shout out to Hound there. That massive result there. Needed for Aston Martin as well. Both Aston Martins in Q3. Obviously, Reggie's in the title battle. But you know, Steve pulling his weight as well and getting himself into Q3, brilliant to see. Josh commenting, Breakfast Club sponsored by Red Bull Racing, making Daddy Hamster proud. If I'm honest, I can't believe I actually read that, but fair play. No, good to see again both Red Bulls now. Unethical Toast finally getting a bit of luck his way, making it into Q3. And Jampot, as I said, you know, driving with an injury, a broken foot, and he's tested positive for COVID, so shows his commitment there. Definitely not wanting to miss out on this title battle with just 2 rounds left. Yeah, Teabag Austria. The battling was brilliant to see. I think we had a bit of a battle at Portimao as well last season. Before I ended up hitting the curb and spinning, but yeah. You know, everyone else is improving, and then I'm sort of going the opposite way. I'm just on board with Steve at the moment, as he will be the first driver to cross the line to start a hot lap. And that is my wife, Nikki. I agree that Clayton should move down. So thank you very much for the support. You know, it's nice to be here. As it looks like Jackie's getting very close to the back of Hound. Probably a bit closer than I'd like on a quality lap myself. I'd probably try and leave a bit more space, but he's probably in prime position there to pick up a good slipstream down these straights. .28.1 through sector 1's not a bad time. Not a bad time at all, as we're on board with Steve still. Nicely done through turn 8. Coming into the tricky downhill left-hander into turn 10. And again, it looks smooth, no wheel spin. Avoiding that curb of death. Nice and wide out onto this back straight. Yeah, this might benefit Jackie. He might be picking up a bit of a slipstream from Steve on these straights.
Apologies, but
Oh, no problem at all. I'm just being abused off the fans.
yeah, as to be expected.
27.7 from Steve. What a lap. The first lap on the board is a 27.7. Well done, Steve. Jackie, I thought, would do better than that. You know, I thought he would have picked up slipstream on Steve there on the straights, which would have benefited him, but yeah, he only managed a 28.5. Again, will be the next car across the line.
Apologies, Claire. I just need to adjust my mic sensitivity.
No problem at all. Gainful sets a 28.5. He's currently sat in P3, which is the last of the guys to set a time yet. As we've got Reggie coming across. Reggie 27.4. Currently on provisional pole. Unethical Tours 27.2 on his first lap in Q3. Brilliant time there from Tours. And this is it, you know, who's going to blink first? Got Paranoid out on a lap at the moment, just coming round the last corner. Paranoid 27 flat. Oh, yeah, also getting a bit squirrely there out of turn 10.
Oh yeah, that's a solid time from Paranoid.
Yeah, definitely. I'm wondering if Unethical Toast is going to get himself involved in this title battle and help his teammate. You know, seeing both Red Bulls in there and up there, it's good to see. To be honest, same with Steve in the Aston Martin. He's doing what he can to back Reggie up.
Yeah, 100%. It is kind of that time where, you know, every little bit helps that kind of way.
Also, 27.5 puts him into P5, splitting the Aston Martins there. As Ninja's coming round into Sector 3 now. Nice and wide out there.
Jam Pot and Mechanical just looking for a bit of track evolution. They should be able to get around for 2 runs as well. That's a solid time from Ninja there, 27.4.
Lovely time. It's nice to see Jackie up there, you know, in the McLaren. I know the McLaren drivers have struggled in Tier 3. But yeah, nice to see him up there. I'll jump on board with Mechanical as he just starts his hot lap.
Yeah, look, like Jackie is one of them guys as well, kind of like Ninja and Dylan. I don't see why he can't be in and around the mix, you know, if you just tidy up the track or the penalties and, you know, a couple of incidents. As you can see with Gainful, like he's come on leaps and bounds the second half of the season, as we've pointed out already. It really is about consistency. Consistency is key, you know, I believe anyway.
That's exactly it. I think that's Ninja moving out of the way.
Yeah. So Paranoid currently the time to beat with a 127 dead. I did predict at 26. So let's see, can anybody do it? I was just thinking there as well, Ken Lowry mightn't. I know he's down the field, but he will have the option of starting on the mediums, so I wouldn't rule anything out yet as Reggie moves up a place with a 27.3.
Well, that's exactly it. You know, these guys all committed to starting on the softs, so, you know, unfortunate to crash out, starting P15. He'd have probably, if I'm honest, if he had the free choice of tyres, he'd probably prefer to be P11. A bit higher up, but it's, like as you say, it's not the worst thing in the world. As Mechanical manages a 27.4, puts in P6, just ahead of his teammate Osso. Jump on board with Jam Pot now as he's on a hot lap as well. He's not yet set a time. But Paranoid, currently, of the title challengers, asserting his dominance. You know, he's trying to put his foot down. 2 tenths clear, or a tenth and a half clear of Unethical Toast in P2. And, you know, over 3 tenths clear of his closest title challenger.
Yeah, look, as I said, I'm expecting a few improvements there. The guys will get another run at this. I think. It's kind of very hard to see when you have a yellow flag that we don't see the time left in the session anymore, which
3 minutes. It's just 3 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I think Colin's actually... I don't think Colin's going to have enough time.
Jump Pot comes across the line, 27 flat.
Oh, mega
I tell you what, he would have definitely been in the 2060 if he didn't have a broken foot and COVID. What a guy.
Yeah, that's a great lap.
That's a brilliant lap.
We currently have Paranoid in a half split into 2 Red Bulls at the moment, and Unethical Toast and Paranoid, in fact, are going to get another run. I don't know, does Colin have enough time? 2 minutes 20 in the session. I don't think he has enough time to get another run in.
If he leaves the pits now, yes. Any later, then probably not.
As he just gets back in, they're just wheeling him back in now, so it's just a case of can he get back out. He is going to want another run, currently down in P7.
I'm on board with Steve at the moment. Apologies, I missed his sector 1 time. Not sure how he's doing this lap, but he is looking to improve. But again, you know, a bar gameful there with a 28 flat, everyone in the 27s. Again, similar to Friday, so close. As Steve's a quarter of a second under his own time here.
And Mechanical has retired from the session. He will not have enough time, so he will be starting P7 at best.
As Steve is looking to improve, so Steve may make it worse for him here.
And he is 2 tenths up at the moment.
P4,
whoa,
27.2. Wow, oh. Steve.
I'm never listening to that again. I'm slow, not having any of it. Part 1, season 4, here we go.
I'm on board with Gameful here.
Mega lap from Steve.
Gameful's got Osso just behind him as well. Both of these will be looking to improve now, which, you know, may mean Mechanical might be starting P10.
Very possible, very possible. You've Reggie, Ninja, and Analytical Toast on an out
Oh,
lap now as
who's
well.
that? Who's just crashed? It's an Aston Martin. No, he's still on the track. He's still on the track. He's just coming up to turn 8 now, slow moving. I'm not sure if it's Steve, if he just moved out of the way of people.
Yeah, it's Steve. It's Steve, yeah.
Gameful coming round the last corner now. He's got Osso very close behind him. So I'd expect to see both of these two jump up.
Yeah, I think that Gameful is going to go again, and I do think he has
Yeah,
enough fuel to
Gameful
go.
didn't improve. Osso did jump up to P3 with a 27.1. What a lap
now
from
setting up purple
Osso.
sector 2 as well. Jampot looking for a 26 here. I didn't get his sector 1 time. If he can hook this up, he is looking at a 26. Let's see what he can do as he approaches the start-finish line.
I've stayed on board with
this
Gameful.
looks good. This looks good. Oh, wow!
26.8.
Ah, man, that's not going to be beat. That's not going to be beat. I did see it. I did say a 26. Oh, God. Osso's up into P3 as well.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Gameful now. He's looking to improve, looking to jump ahead of Mechanical. He's just coming down the back straight. Yeah, Jampot definitely solidifying himself in this title battle now.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I said at the start.
Into the 26s. Apologies, Claire.
Wow, Red Bull 1-2. As I said, Will Toast, they'll be playing the team game, holding everyone off for his teammate. That is brilliant to see him up there as well.
Yeah, like the Jampot is in prime position now with his teammate behind if he gets a good start. As Osso is actually getting a slipstream off of Gameful as Gameful moves. Osso! Whoa! A 26 here from Osso, and the Oslo is in full swing.
Wow.
I did say that they were slow release asteroids. Mega! Wow! Oh.
Yeah, Jam on Toast just got ruined by Osso there.
And Osso for the Williams.
I'm not sure what happened to Gameful there. Gameful just slowed coming out of the last corner. I'm not sure if he ran out of fuel or what, but he pulled aside. He gave Osso a lovely slipstream, and he took full advantage of it. I thought he'd be happy with P3.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be happy with P3. I didn't think he'd be adamant he wanted P1, but wow, Osso, what a lap!
That's a mega lap, absolutely, by over half a tenth as well. Yeah, I did think we'd have guys in the 26s, 3 guys dipping into the 26s, so it looks like there's a bit of work to do for Paranoid, but we do know he has good race pace. Toast, will he play the team game? Also out in front for the Williams, who are fighting for the constructors. Yeah,
I'll be back in a second, mate.
Yeah, no worries. So, just beginning the formation lap after what was once again a typical Tier 3 Q3 quali session. Mental stuff again. Also showing great pace there. After the Jampot put it on pole, after Paranoid had previously been on pole. Hound starting P5, he's going to be happy with that. As I look through the guys that are starting outside the top 10. You got Barkman Dew and Carl Trim starting on the mediums. Monkeys to Nuts deciding on the sauce. Blue and Kane Lowry, the Ferrari boys, both starting on the mediums, P14 and P15. Dimpster starting on the softs. Wings on the mediums. Northpack and Dylan starting on the softs. And surprisingly, Saki starting on the hards. So yeah, Saki playing the long game here, I would suspect. So let's see how that works out for him. Oh, yeah, that quali session was intense. Just wondering, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the Red Bull DM group right now to see what the thought process is between the Jam Pot and Unethical Toast. Turn 1 at Bahrain. It's not the longest run into turn 1, but it is a lengthy enough run into turn 1. So it'd be interesting to see who's where come turn 2, 3, if not 4. So let's hope for a nice clean start, everyone to get away, and yeah, one for an exciting race here. 29 laps around Bahrain with a couple of surprises in quali. As Clay's backing me now, as the field is just forming up, Clay, so...
Yeah, just checking the tyres. So we've got Bartmandu, Carl Trim, Blue New Soul, Kane Lowry and Wings starting on the mediums, and Saki and P20 starting on the hard.
Yeah, I pointed that out, right? Starting on the hards. I'm not sure. I'm unsure of that decision, but I have seen it with Saki in the past, and he can make it work.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunate to miss out on quali, obviously joining a little late, but you know, he'll hope to pick up a few places there. Dylan, I don't think Dylan should be down in P19 either. Obviously both Ferraris probably shouldn't be where they are, but there we go, 5 lights and away we go. A bit of a slow getaway it looked there from Osso, but he's held the lead as Toast has managed to get past Jampot. And Hound up. Oh, I thought Hound had got up into P3. Hound in P4. Yeah. Reggie just behind him. Paranoid getting past Reggie. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of drivers swapping positions. Kane Lowry down 2 spots. Blue New Soul down 4 spots.
Oh, Reggie and Gainful having a bit of contact there. And Ninja, apologies. Wings is off track with no wing. Excuse the pun. Northpack seemed to have an issue, as did Dimpster. Saki up 6 places into P14 on the hards, so he's not in a bad position at all. Osso is already over the DRS halfway through the first lap of this race.
You see, I think the nightmare of Spain last week, under fueling's just, you know, he's making sure he doesn't do that again. 1.6 seconds so far. I wonder how long it'll be before Jampot gets past Toast. Obviously a title battle on the line here. Paranoid sitting closely behind Jampot. Reggie just within DRS of Paranoid as well. He's just dipped out. Biggest loser so far in the title battle, you've got Mechanical sat down in P11 and Kane Lowry in P15.
Yeah, I think Unethical Toast just played the team game with the Jampot there.
As Hardstyle comments saying, Osso and I had a talk yesterday, he's a cured man, no longer a gambling man.
Paranoid getting very, very close to the back of Unethical Toast now.
Yeah, Jampot will be hoping his teammate helps him out here and just holds him up as long as he possibly can. Paranoid, you know, he's one driver who's shown brilliant pace in a race all season long.
Yeah, he has. But that said, Unethical Toast has shown he's no slouch. So I think if I'm the Jampot here, I'm quite happy. if he can just push now and get within DRS of Osso, that has to be his plan.
Yeah, well, that gap between Osso and Jampot has closed down. It was 1.6, it's now 1.2. So it does look like he's pushing.
The Jampot deploying a lot of battery here to try and get close. But Osso holding his own as he sets another fastest lap, as that is then taken by the Jampot. So yeah, great start. Everybody through clean. Turn 2, 3, 4, no problem. The field is quite spread out now.
Oh, Paranoid almost has a spin there at turn 1. He lost the rear there. That will set him. That will drop him further behind Unethical Tour, so he won't be able to put a move in at the end of this DRS straight. As Jampot's now within DRS of Osso.
Yeah, this changes things up. The top 4 all within DRS. Gainful on the back of Ninja as well. Reggie sitting in P5. He's going to want to get in on that action as well. Mechanical has lost that position as well. He's currently P11 with Kane Lowry down in P15. So yeah, Kane Lowry's going to need things to happen here big time, or his championship battle will be over. So let's see what happens.
Oh, slow moving McLaren there. That's Jackie pulled aside. Not too sure what happened there.
I don't think he has any damage.
Yeah, he lost 2 positions there. Carl and Mechanical both getting past him. But at the moment, you've got your championship leader sat in 15th, and the guy 5th in the championship, 7 points behind the leader, sat in P2.
Yeah, this is intense, as we had said, and we're only on lap 4.
As he looks, Jampot is getting close to Osso now. Will he be trying to make a move down the back straight now? Down this next straight with DRS. Mechanical makes a move on Carl. He's up to P9. Osso's gone defensive early.
Oh, that's a brave line. Up the inside into turn 4. Will also get the switch back as he looks for it. Just backs out to avoid contact. A super move from Jampot, and very well done from Osso as well there to avoid any...
We've lost the Ferrari. Who's that? Is that Kane Lowry?
That is Kane Lowry. Oh no, he's had a spin right at the same place he had that spin in quali. It's just a case of, does he have any damage?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. As you say, same corner, he lost it during qualifying. He'll probably be looking to put maybe hard tyres on now, trying to go deep into this race, obviously without any safety car. But at the moment, things are going really well for Jampot. He's got 3 positions between him and Paranoid. There are 2 cars between them.
As well, you can pick up a track limit penalty here pretty quick, so you're going to want to be cute about it, as Unethical Toast now has no ERS left. Paranoid with 60%, so he's going to be fully deployed here and try his best to get past.
He's not using it.
Oh, Zasso goes again up the inside. Does he get on the brakes quick enough? Ooh, nearly contact there. And there is contact.
Yeah, Osso is draining his ERS as well. I think that gives Jampot DRS down this straight. It does. That move should be done, but now
goes on the inside into turn 4. Ooh, Paranoid getting very close to the back of Osso there.
We had Unethical Toast in that as well. He was looking to make a move on Osso. He's ended up losing out to Paranoid there. But this front 4 are so close. I will just say, first of the medium runners is Carl Trim in 8th. You know, that's not a bad position to be, obviously, on a longer serving tyre.
Yeah, I think he's not in a bad position at all. At all. Toast is just absolutely smashing his ERS. He's going to be losing top end speed if he's going under 20%. It's not a bad track for recharging, but end of the day, you don't want to be going under that 20% mark.
Yeah, well,
Osso
was down to 14% when he made the move in turn 1 last lap. He's now up to 70%. So, it is quite an easy track, as we've lost the McLaren as well as that Jackie who spun. He looks like he's still going. Not sure if he's picked up any damage though. Slow moving in sector 3. Mechanical up to P6 as Ninja's pitted.
That could be wing damage.
That's an early pit stop.
No wing damage, I don't think.
Is he going for the undercut? Bit risky, but we'll see how it pans out for him. We've got Jackie in the pits as well. I'm presuming he did pick up wing damage from his spin.
Yeah, the top 4 here are really doing a stellar job. It will suit Reggie to have these 4 guys battling, but he is nearly 2 seconds out of the RS range of unethical toast at the moment. So Jam Pack goes very deep into that turn, whatever turn it is.
That's turn 10, that then.
That's turn 10.
You know, I'm finding it hard to stick on board with anything other than the top 4 here at the moment. Oh, as Paranoid's gone round the outside of Osso, as Osso's got a problem. He looks really slow here.
Yeah.
As Unethical Toast goes past him as well.
Not quite sure what happened there. Not quite sure at all.
And now Reggie's only 1.2 seconds behind.
Don't think he had wing damage. He didn't have a collision with anyone.
No, he doesn't seem to have any wing damage. Definitely not on the visuals anyway. Whether he just made a mistake or nearly lost it.
Quite possible, as he did get the RS there, and he's going to want to get it now into turn 4 as well. So he won't be completely out of contention. But yeah.
I'm just on board with Paranoid now. ERS on, DRS open. He's going to be trying to make a move here on Jampot. Oh, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. But this is 2 of your 5 title challenges now sat in P1 and P2.
Oh, he would have got a track limit warning for that. Jampot going a bit wide there as well.
Oh, as Paranoid as he loses traction out of turn 8. See how he does at turn 10. A little bit of wheel spin, not as bad. But that will bring Unethical Toast back into it as well. Toast looking close to the back of Paranoid here. And that gap between Osso and Reggie has gone back up to 2 seconds now as well.
I will point out that Osso has 80% ERS, so he's in prime position to attack here down the back straight, as Unethical getting very close to the back of Paranoid. The exit curve there, it is a place you can pick up a penalty quite easily, if not a track limit warning. It's a Jampot is now out. Oh, he has Paranoid out of DRS range. So
and we've lost Saki.
Paranoid pits.
Saki's lost it at the curb of death. Is he expecting a safety car?
Oh,
Reggie's pitted as well.
Big gamble if we don't have a safety car.
Mechanical's pitted.
Oh, Dylan has lost it at the curb of death. He's still in the race. Possibly damaged, maybe not. That's not going to be a safety car.
Yeah, well, Saki's car's been cleared up. So at the moment here, Jampot and Toast are just sort of pulling away here. This is going to be interesting.
It's hard to know. Did he take the gamble on the safety car, or is he on for the 2-stop? Because if he is on for the 2-stop, it is the lap to pit. So he could possibly be on the 2-stop as Gainful picks up a 3-second penalty for track limits.
Yeah, it's just one of them. It brings him out in a bit of traffic he probably wouldn't want to be in, if I'm honest. Jampot now almost 2 seconds clear of Unethical Toast. Also all over the back of Toast.
Yeah, he's going to he's going to keep it nice and tight here, and he will make a charge into turn 1. His management of ERS has been sublime so far in this race.
Definitely sitting on the 90% mark, 8 laps in, especially, battling near the front to still have that much is brilliant.
Yeah, very sensible from us. So,
as one of a couple of drivers pointed out last week,
the Jampot, Unethical and Osso all into the pits, Clay.
This is going to screw Unethical. He's going to be double stacked here. That will be his podium gone. I just wanted to point out a couple of drivers. I know I mentioned last week in Spain that I didn't know what the spanner and the screwdriver cross was. When it's blue, it means that the pit window's open. When it's red, it means that the teammate's in the pits. So thanks to the drivers that pointed that out. As Jampo has come out ahead of Paranoid. Paranoid half a second behind, so very close, but unfortunately that will screw an ethical toast over there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he followed him in, if I'm honest. He saw the intention, he should have stayed out for another lap. That did cost him 4 or 5 positions. As everyone has committed to the two-stop, it looks like, from what I can see, at least the leaders, Kane Lowry, back up into P12 as well, and he's all over the back of mechanical in P11. So two title challengers not fighting where they were expecting to be fighting down in P11 and 12. As we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Paranoid also just took Paranoid.
Wow, also flying on their new tyres. Is Paranoid struggling? Because Toasters now took him as well.
Yeah, up the inside there, Paranoid does look to be struggling, but that was an optimistic line to take from Toast, but they made it work, to be fair to them. It's just it's mind-boggling to figure out what's happening now, because you have Steve in P3 at the moment, Bart, Carl.
Back right on the back of car. Oh, Monkeys to Nuts. Monkeys to Nuts has crashed out, curb of death. And that is a safety car. Here we go. This might benefit, your front three here, who took the risk at staying out. Carl, Bark, and Hound. They will lose a few places, but they should come out higher than what they were if they'd have pitted.
Just a case of 30 seconds too late, I think, for the front three. If that had happened before the pit entrance, they would have
Paranoid's pitted again.
Pit stop. What has he gone on?
Paranoid's currently in P14.
On the hards.
He's put the hards on, so he's looking to go to the end. Now, the hard, obviously we know the hard is not a good race tyre here.
It will go to the end, but so will the mediums in this position. Let's see how it plays out. He might like the hards, but yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that, to be honest.
And this could bring both Ferrari drivers back into this era as well. Kane Lowry currently sat in P10. He's not stopped yet. Blue New Soul obviously stopped early, I think after lap 1 with wing damage. He's currently sat in P11 on 7-lap old mediums, but Kane Lowry's on a set of mediums. Will he change to a set of hards now, just to look to go to the end?
I think Hound is in a brilliant position here, and absolute lunacy if he doesn't come in for a set of mediums. He has to come in. The only thing is, pitting under the safety car, does that count as your mandatory pit stop?
Yes, it does. It does, not in F2, but it does in F1. So as Carl's pitted as well, Carl's pitted, so Carl, I'm guessing will put hards. Oh, he's put softs on, so he may have to pit again anyway. As Hound's put mediums on, so you'd expect Hound to go to the end on their mediums.
Yeah, definitely.
Batman stared out 10-lap old medium, so he will have to pit again. To be fair, Ninja's benefited from that now on 4-lap old mediums. It'll be a push, but he could try and go to the end on it. Kane Lowry stared out on his 10-lap old mediums.
Yeah, I suppose with Kane Lowry, he kind of, what's he going to do? His only option is to drop in for hards, which, as we said, we don't predict are the best race tyre for this track. But yeah, like the jam pod also unethical, if not mechanical. Mechanical a big winner out of this, because he can go to the end on them mediums. No, they will be dead by the end, but he can do it. Can Paranoid make a comeback from P14? I'm not sure. As I look to the guys ahead, Gainful, Reggie, even Dimster will be looking to go to the end. Blue will have to pit. Hound can go to the end. Carl will have to pit. Kane Lowry will have to pit. And Bark will have to pit. But the rest, they can go to the end on the tyres that they're on. So, yeah, no, we need those another safety car.
I will just share a couple of people mentioning, I apologise. I jumped into the pause menu when I saw that Carl had disconnected. I jumped into the pause menu to send him another invite, and I did miss Paranoid hitting Jampot, which is why he slowed down so much and had to make another pit stop.
Oh, okay.
So Paranoid must have picked up wing damage hitting the back of Jampot. Apologies, it's Carl's just commented again saying, how does he rejoin? I'm just trying to send him another invite.
I think he has rejoined, Claire.
Has he? Yeah, sorry,
I
it won't
think
let
so,
me invite
yeah.
him. Won't let me invite him, so he must be back in.
Yeah, this safety car, I think the biggest winner out of this is Steve. I know he was in P3, but he's now down in P9. Carl will have to pit, Ken Lowry will have to pit, and the guys ahead will have an extra, 2, 3, and
Well,
5
that's it.
laps.
At least 3 drivers ahead of him have to pit again. You got Batman still on 11 lap old mediums, Kane Lowry and Carl, who will all have to pit again.
Yeah, fascinating to see how this works out. I'm very interested to see how Paranoid does on them hards. I tested the hards, and with the amount of laps that he had left, he would have got to the end on the mediums. But some guys just make these hards work. We've seen it in the past. Not a tyre that I can make work, but we have seen it. He might struggle for 5, 6, 7 laps, and then they'll come into their own. So it's just a case of where we are by then, I think.
Carl did post a comment saying, how do I rejoin? Not too sure if you're in control of your car now. If not, once you're in the game, if you press square to open your spectator menu, once you find your car, if you click X on it, it should allow you to take control. I'd be disappointed to see you lose out there if you weren't able to take control of your car. Not in a bad position considering he's on fresh softs and the guys in front obviously on older mediums. Our safety car's in this lap, so let's see what Bartman do. See how Bartman do holds them up here. We did see big drama in season 1. Was it season 1, season 2? At Bahrain with the safety car restart.
Season 2.
It's season 2, yeah. He seems to.
Going up the inside.
As Jampot's gone for it. That is a late move. A late move there from Jampot. And that's forced Bartmandu off, who spun. Who's that who spun as well? Mechanical has spun. Mechanical down to P18. He's at the back of the grid.
I'm going to be honest, that didn't look good from the Jampot. Went for the move up the inside, got late on the brakes, very late.
Very late move, very late move. He left him no space, just, he took that corner and made sure the other guy had nowhere else to go. Unfortunate Batmandu spun. Batmandu's now at the back of the grid. We had Mechanical spin as well just after that. Didn't quite see what happened with him, but he's down in P17 now. So your title challenges now completely changed from where we were 4 laps ago, 5 laps ago. You've got Jampot, who was P5 in the championship, 7 points off the lead, currently leading the race. Kane Lowry, who is the current title leader, in P5. And then you've got Reggie, Paranoid, and Mechanical in P11, 12, and 17. This is just playing into Jampot's hands.
Yeah, I will be expecting to see something in the incidents page about that move into turn 1, but Steve getting taken by Carl, who is absolutely flying now on them softs, and he should take Kane Lowry fairly quick as well.
What's happened to Paranoid? Paranoid spun as well. Paranoid's down to P17.
Oh, them hards proving, it's tough to try to get them rears to fire up.
As we've lost Jackie. Yeah, Jackie's no front wing.
Yeah, he's still in the
He's
race. I was just going to say,
still
would that be
going,
another
yeah.
safety car?
Yeah, just no
Like,
front wing, but yeah, as you say, you know, I'd probably expect to see an incident report there on Jampot maybe. It'll be interesting to see how it finishes, but as Droft has just pointed out, one more safety car with 12 laps to go is going to give the Ferrari lads a perfect gift.
yeah, Kane Lowry's gonna, like, you know, from such a bad start, he's not in a bad position as we have the yellow sector 2 and 3, and
Dylan spun on the
Dylan's
hards
just off track.
at Curb of Death.
Yeah, look, all is not lost for Kane Lowry, you know, all things considered. Um, Obviously, the jam pod in prime position here, but another safety car brings Kane Lowry's championship battle or championship title chances back into life.
A couple of comments saying the safety car came in a bit late. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see exactly when it picked up the point that the safety car were coming in, but it's normally the start of sector 3. People saying they had no heat in the tyres, that's why they went a bit deep. As Ninja's made a move on offshore, so Ninja's currently up in P2. Brilliant position for Ninja, to be honest. You know, we've not seen him up there. He's qualified up there a number of times this season, but not managed to put it together in the race. So nice to see him up there and fighting.
Steve having a look at Kane Lowry up the inside, the second DRS zone. Kane Lowry sticking to the outside. Can Steve make that stick? He can, as Kane Lowry goes back at him again. Oh, this is not a place you want to go too wide. Let's see, can they get through? As they do. Steve
leaving more than enough space for him there, yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary place to
Kane
go.
Lowry's now got blue all over. Blues, oh, he thought better of it. He let off. I thought Blue were going to make a move on Kane Lowry there as well.
Yeah, the Ferrari guys aren't going to be wanting battling each other. Oh, as there's a Mark Dempster having a little sneaky peek up the inside of Blue. As Kane Lowry makes a move into turn 1. Goes very deep and Steve gets the switch back. Brilliant racing here. Steve going wide, just avoiding contact. That's super racing from them.
Yeah, well, we saw from Steve last week in Spain, he's difficult to overtake. Very difficult to overtake. He's doing it again here. Brilliant to see. As we've been talking, Unethical Toast has taken Osso as well, so Unethical Toast is now into P3. Osso's dropped to P4.
Whoa! Oh, Blue up breaking himself there, just nearly took Kane Lowry out of the race. Joss takes a bit of avoiding action to avoid it, but oh, that was on the edge. That's close. Blue's in this kind of a tough position where he doesn't want to be interfering with Kane Lowry. If he has the paces, he go past him. Gainful making a look up the inside now on the hards. As Blue just breaks a bit later. Oh, very, very, very close to contact there between Blue and Gainful. Oh, it's just kind of it's a super four-way battle as Gainful is really making them hards work.
Yeah, definitely. He seems to be the only driver that has made them hards work. I know the guys further down have been struggling with them. Paranoid obviously having a spin. And Saki, obviously, who started on the hards, he also had a spin and DNF'd.
Yeah, Gainful getting a great exit over the last corner. He'll take Blue fairly easy here, I would think.
As Unethical Toast has just taken Ninja, so we've got a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment.
Blue just hanging on there. Them 14 lap all mediums won't be feeling ideal at the moment, as Gainful is now going on the back of Kane Lowry, who is going to have to hang out them mediums for as long as he can. Super racing from them four. Paranoid back up into P14 after spinning. Barkman do all the way down in P17 after leading the race, as Kane Lowry goes very deep there. Gainful really, really having a look at Kane Lowry here. And Kane Lowry does not have VRS. Oh, Gainful getting a bit out of shape there, but I think he's still okay.
He'll be wanting to make a move the end of this DRS straight now, if he's close enough.
I don't think he's close enough, and Kane Lowry is not in a bad position with the DRS. He just had a bad exit and a slight little lock up there. So let's see, can he get it done into turn 1? That curb of death will be starting to feel a bit not nice to Kane Lowry, you know, on them 16 lap old mediums. He could really do with DRS off a Hound, who's absolutely flying on the mediums.
Yeah, I was going to say Hound currently sat in a good position. He's got Kane Lowry just out of DRS. Obviously, Kane Lowry probably will have to pit. Blue New Soul will have to pit. Gameful on the hards. He's trying to keep him out of DRS.
Yeah,
and Hound's got two drivers in front of him that will need to pit again.
Kane Lowry looking for the switchback, and it's not on. Gainful covers it. So good stuff from Gainful. Kane Lowry now struggling on them, and he has Wings behind, who is on the soft tyre as well. It's kind of copying a rock in a hard place. As we have a yellow flag in sector 2, that's a McLaren.
He's still on track, still moving.
Again.
As Aidan and Terriers have just pointed out, the safety car message to say the safety car were coming in only came out at the last corner. So the guys obviously haven't had enough time knowing that the safety car were coming in to warm them tyres. But as Cal Trims took Osso as well, so Osso's slowly dropping down here. I'm not sure what's going on. He doesn't seem to have any wing damage. He just doesn't seem to be on the pace on these medium tyres.
Yeah, but to be fair, Carl is on them softs as well, which will still be working quite well 6 laps in, and Carl does have to pit again, so he's probably net P4 at the moment also.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, after the safety car restart he was P2, so he's lost out to an ethical toast, Ninja and Carl in the space of 3 laps, as Kane Lowry's just dropped a couple of positions, as Wings has got past him.
The mediums won't be feeling great, that's the thing.
18 laps on the mediums, yeah, he'll be wanting to come in.
Wings making a move up the inside, can he make it stick?
As Blues decided to pit. Dylan has DNF'd at the curb of death. That's another safety car.
Oh man, that absolutely plays into Kane Lowry's hands in this championship battle. Wow, Blue got onto the softs as well. It is perhaps the wrong place of the track to be for Kane Lowry, but he will essentially get a free pit stop now on 18 lap old mediums, and this could bring paranoid back into it.
Definitely, you're probably going to have Carl, Ninja maybe pitting as well. Ninja doing 12 laps on the mediums. Gameful look to change tyres. You know, there's a lot of different strategies here that could happen. Obviously, knowing that the field might bunch up again, are you just going to whack a brand new set of softs on and go for it, or are you going to stick with what you've got and hope you can defend?
That's the thing. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because, you know, obviously the guys that pit for softs are going to have the pace. It's just a case of who pits, who doesn't pit, and where do you come out or where do you stay. Oh, intriguing to see what happens here.
I will just say, I've just looked at the comments. Drofter said, Ferrari, if you're listening, box now for softs. Get the undercut.
Oh, Jam Pot coming in. Oh, Zonetical comes in as well. He's going to get caught again in the double stack.
He's not learned. He's not learned. But we've currently got Hound.
That was absolutely timed perfectly. He did not get held up in the slightest. My God.
We've currently got Hound leading the race, followed by Gameful and Reggie. Reggie, who's come from nowhere really. A lot of these guys pitting for brand new softs, so this is going to be an interesting finish to the race here.
As Gainful decides to stay out on the hard, so he is going to hold guys up. Reggie deciding to stay out as well. The Jam Pot for a fresh set of mediums.
Mediums?
I thought he'd go for the hard softs.
So did I. So you've got Jam Pot will obviously want to get ahead of Reggie. You know, he's one of the title challengers. At the end of the day, he wants points on him. But you've got the cars behind him, Carl, Ninja, Osso, Unethical Toast, and Kane Lowry, all on a brand new set of soft tyres. Gameful staying out obviously on the hards. He has got a penalty as well. He's aiming for track position here, but that might play into Steve's hands here. if Gameful's trying to keep track position to Reggie, who's on 8 lap old mediums behind him, and then all the fresh tyre guys behind, it might let Steve drive away a bit here.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I know track position, but when you look at the guys behind Gameful, there's a lot of guys on fresh tyres, more or less the entire field. So it just depends how long the safety car stays out for. I wouldn't expect it to come in this lap, so you probably do another lap at least. With 8 laps of racing, it'd be tough for Gameful to hang on there.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering whether or not he can slow the pack up enough for Steve maybe to pull away a bit, get out of VRS, get in a comfortable position. Obviously, Steve on 8 lap old mediums as well, so his tyres won't be amazing at the end compared to some of these guys who've pitted. Jampot's probably prime position really with fresh mediums. But these soft runners are going to be quick. These soft runners are going to be flying now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But you've currently got
8 laps on the soft, so they'll be fast for the first couple of laps. They'll be fast for the first few laps, but they will drop off.
Yeah, I would just you're absolutely fine, mate. I was just about to say you've got the title leader, the championship leader, Kane Lowry, currently sat in P9. Now he's been brought back into this fight. He's currently got Paranoid and Mechanical, 2 of the other 5 challenging for the title behind him, and a number of positions behind him as well. He'll be looking to move forward.
Yeah, 100%. But I think the biggest winner here, alright, it does play into Kane Lowry's hands, Apologies, but I think this plays into Paranoid's hands big time. I think he made the wrong call going on the hards. This safety car giving him a lot to think about. We know he's quick. We know he's really quick. He'll gain positions quick, and I suspect he'll be on the back of Kane Lowry within 2 or 3 laps. Oh, it's fascinating.
Yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Obviously, we saw some very fast laps during qualifying on the soft tyres from these guys. Obviously, cars getting lighter now. Tyre wear will be less. So, these softs might go a bit longer than we actually think. They might not fall off the cliff until a couple of laps after you would have thought. But yeah, there we go. Safety car in this lap. That's the start of Sector 3, so they've been warned early enough this time. Drofter's just commented saying the top 3 will struggle here to stay ahead. Expect some soft runners to go for some dives. Yeah, definitely. As I was saying, I'd expect the top 3 to maybe lose positions, but for Steve's sake, he's probably hoping that Gameful holds the guys up behind a little bit, so Steve can pull a bit of a gap.
Oh, that's going to cause a lot of issues. I think Steve went too early there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened, but Reggie's ended up getting past Carl and Gameful. Azul, the Mercedes having a dive up the inside and spinning. There's Ninja.
That's Ninja. Oh, the jam pot getting sideways, and he has an issue with Carl. He has contact with Carl.
And Reggie and Gameful are side by side. Reggie was actually off the track there, and he's ended up behind Gameful. As I was saying, Steve is hoping for Gameful to be holding the rest up here. As we've got a McLaren and a Walder. Is that Jackie? Oh, Gameful and Reggie came very close there. Reggie's just picked up a 3-second penalty. That will not help him whatsoever. Especially with Jampot right behind him as well.
Very optimistic move from Paranoid there into turn 10, more or less. I wouldn't say he forced Dempster off track, but Dempster didn't really have anywhere to go. Yeah. Wow. Steve's doing alright here.
This is what I was going to say. Gameful on the hard tyres is holding up the guys behind him. Gameful obviously having a 3-second penalty. Reggie's just picked up a 3-second penalty, but he's battling Gameful at this moment in time. And DRS is not yet open, but Carl is now all over the back of these as well. And the Jampot. The Jampot trying to get past Reggie. Oh, Oh,
He's not going to
free
want it.
abreast going into turn one there is... Oh my God,
very
Carl!
late on the jump
Carl's
again.
jumps up the inside of all of them.
Yeah, very late again on the brakes of the jump pad. He's not even significantly alongside in the braking zone. Goes very deep again. Yeah, I think he'd have learned after the last one.
Yeah, Carl's no drop back to P4 just behind, but Hound is out of DRS on Gameful. He just needs to keep it clean. 6 laps to go. Kane Lowry making a move on Reggie now as well. What's happened to Reggie? Has he got damage? He's dropped down to P7.
So. Oh, Jackie is gone. Is that going to be a safety car? At this stage, I'm not sure. VSC, he does look to be off track. No sign of anything yet. Yeah, I just think that'll be yellow flag sector 2. Wow, what a finish we have here.
Yeah, so Kane Lowry, a championship leader who's had a torrid race, is now sat in P6. Ahead of all the championship challengers, bar Jampot. But Jampot is the furthest away from him.
Yeah, he does have 7 points on him. Oh, the Jampot looking to make a move on Gainful here, who has taken the inside, and he is going to be full on his ERS, but I would think the Jampot has enough to get past here. Gainful deciding not to go. Yeah, the Jampot's going to close in on Steve now pretty quick, I would think.
See if Gainful can make a move here with a DRS.
You know what, I questioned it at the time, but maybe Gainful didn't make the wrong decision to stay out. How wide can Steve make that car? That is the question.
Well, as I was saying earlier, we saw last week in Spain, you know, he's a hard man to overtake, and, you know, we've seen a bit of that today as well. Let's see what the Jampot's got. Oh, he's all over the back of him now. He's going to make easy work of this. Although he's backed out of it.
Yeah, Steve just running a bit wide there, missing the apex, so as I said, he will be feeling them tyres now as well. Yeah, I think the Jampot has enough in the bag to take it on the pit straight. But this will still help Steve. Gainful is holding up Carl, so Steve isn't in for a, you know, he's not doing too bad. He's not in a bad position at all. Oh no!
He picks up a 3-second penalty on the final corner. He needs a stick with Jampot now. Follow him, use that DRS, use that to get ahead. Carl's jumped up into P3 now on the 4-lap old set of softs. Kane Lowry still currently sat in P6. Unethical Toast right on the back of Gameful. Paranoid's got past Kane Lowry as well, as Toast has dived up the inside at turn 4. Kane Lowry losing out to Paranoid there, one of the title rivals.
Yeah, Steve going very deep into a lot of these corners. He needs to just relax and stay where he is. He's not in a bad position at all. He needs to hang on to that ERS.
Gameful and Paranoid now swapping positions. What's going on here?
Kane Lowry going up the inside of Gameful as well. Will he make that stick? As he goes on the outside into the cover there. Ooh, Gameful coming across him there.
Oh, it looks like they had a little shunt there. As Mechanical gets past Reggie. Reggie obviously on 13-lap pulled mediums. Mechanical on fresher softs from the pit. From the safety car pit that he did. It looks like Steve might get swallowed up here by these soft runners now. You got Carl Trim making a move into turn 1.
And that's Kane Lowry now into P5 as he's going to have a look at Paranoid, I would think, going slightly deeper into turn 1. Gameful now really struggling on them hards.
Steve's gone really wide though into turn 4, lost 2 positions. But I will just say, Kane Lowry's over 2 seconds now behind Hound. You know, Paranoid, who only took him a lap earlier, as Gameful spun out of turn 8.
Oh, that's unfortunate from Gainful. As Paranoid takes a 3-second penalty, oh, that changes things again completely.
Here we go, let's have a look at penalties.
Kane Lowry now can jump both Paranoid and Hound if he can just get closer with 3 laps to go.
Yeah, at the point where he is at the moment, he'll be jumping Steve, he'll be jumping into P5. It looks like Paranoid is currently set to keep that position, keep P4.
Yeah, Kane Lowry has to push hard here for the last couple of laps.
Definitely, Paranoid is all over the back of Unethical Toast at the moment as well. Mechanical's got past Kane Lowry.
Does Kane Lowry have wing damage, I wonder? I think he does. He's downshifting into first. Kane Lowry has wing damage, definitely. Just down with Colin, I can't see, but he's struggling and he shouldn't be, so...
Paranoid's looking in a good place here. Paranoid's looking very good to get past Unethical Toast and Carl. Obviously, I know he's got a 3-second penalty, but he's all over the back of these two here.
Yeah, he's going to make a move on the inside again. Not a place to move.
No,
me,
definitely not.
No,
he cuts that inside corner there. That's probably another track limit warning. 2 laps to go. You don't want to pick up another penalty. That'll completely ruin his race, though.
Yeah, look, I've said this numerous times. Like, just because there's a gap doesn't mean you go for it. There's certain corners you don't make a move, and for me, turn 10 is one of them. It's hard enough to take that corner when you have all the track on the right. But yeah, look, this is what it is.
Still on board with Paranoid, Toast, and Cal Trim at the moment. This battle looking close here for the final podium steps. Jampot looks like he's done enough to secure this win here, which again solidifies his place in this title battle. It's just, what can Paranoid do with a 3-second penalty as well? He's dived up the inside. He's cut that corner again. That's probably another track limit warning though. One more and he's picking up another penalty.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing, to be honest with you. He's really absolutely trying to smash this.
It doesn't look like it's going too well for him. He's up into P2. Obviously, a 3-second penalty will push him down a couple of positions. But to me, I don't know if the games give it him or not. But to me, he's only one more warning away from another track limit penalty.
Yeah.
And the pressure's on. 2 laps to go. That's not what you need. You don't want to be thinking about the penalties as well as the cars that's around you. As we've got Reggie on the back of Kane Lowry as well now, 3 tenths behind. Is he making a move? No, he's not. He's backed off. Provided we don't get any cars spin on the last lap in the last couple of corners, we might not get an F-bomb, so positive stream. As Reggie's all over the back of Kane Lowry now. Is he making a move into the last corner? No, he ducks in behind him. He's going to take the DRS, take the slipstream down the straight. He's straight out of the slipstream. He wants that position.
Kane Lowry has to have a problem here. He has to have wing damage or something.
He has. Oh no, sorry. I thought he was missing an end plate. He doesn't look to be. I can't see any wing damage.
Yeah, no, he's fine. It doesn't look like it, but...
He's losing a lot of time here. Losing a lot of time. Paranoid's still leading this battle with Carl and Unethical Toast. Obviously, both within a second of him. So Paranoid will lose.
Oh, Toast with a penalty.
Toast picks up a penalty, which means Paranoid will keep the podium.
And that's going to give Mechanical a chance to jump on Unethical now. If he can gap him, he has a half a second to make up from here. As also picks up a penalty as well.
Yeah, shame for us though. You know, you're battling up there for so long now, currently sat down in P14.
That's unfortunate from unethical turf to get a penalty so late in the day.
Yeah, as Terry has just pointed out as well, fair play to Jam, broken toes, hurting to drive, and COVID. I mean, what a drive. What a drive. I said you can't count him out last week. Um, Obviously, going into Spain, it was a four-horse race for the championship. I looked at the standings and said you can't count Jampot out. You know, he's shown some serious pace recently. And he's done it again. He's done it again. A 5.5 second
Yeah,
lead over Carl Trim.
I go on to be honest. I was looking around at some of the battles going on. I'm expecting that penalties will play a part in the way that this race ends up finishing.
That's for the stewards to decide at the moment. You know, looking at the race as a whole, it's a brilliant result there for Jampot. Obviously, title leader Kane Lowry only finishing P7. Jampot obviously then, you know, he was only 7 points behind. He's finished P1 with the closest title challenger, Paranoid, in P3. So there's big point differences going on here. Mechanical P5, Reggie only P8. Just want to say, brilliant result there for Steve, P6.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He'll be happy with that. He showed a lot of pace in in quali all the way through quali, consistent in them low to mid 27. So he's going to be happy with that. It's a super drive from Carl. It is, to be fair, it's a super drive to end up where he ended up.
Definitely, definitely. Obviously, that late safety car helped him, but brilliantly done. So, have you any thoughts on driver of the day, Dan?
I don't. There's just so much happened. There was mine's a bit muggy at the minute. There was so much happened. Yeah,
I think
I don't
Carl's
know.
up there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It was a cracking race from Carl. We questioned it when he went on the softs, the safety car coming out, absolutely played into his hands starting P12. It's hard to look past Carl for me. You know,
Definitely,
at different points in the race, it would have been a different conversation. But yeah, I think it's a super drive from Carl. Absolutely super drive from Carl.
definitely is. Completely agree though. Obviously, Carl having connection issues as well and had to rejoin at one point. So
Yeah,
to still manage to take P2 from P12 is massive. Brilliant result.
yeah, it is.
Kept it clean. No
And
penalties as well. He
yeah,
actually took
100%.
P2 on track, regardless of the penalties. He took P2 on track. So
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely, absolutely. But the jam pot last week putting his name in the hat, this week taking his name back out of the hat on his own. Well, that made no sense. Absolutely no sense at
no, it
all.
didn't. No, it didn't. No,
Anyway,
all I'll say is, look, the standings will
you
be
know what I was going
posted.
to
The
say.
stewards' decisions will be made. Let's see where we are in a couple of days' time. But I am looking forward to next week, the final race of the season, to see how this championship finally ends.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. It was drama. It's still. I still think the five guys are within a. You know, it's not won or lost for anyone yet. So yeah, let's see. Thanks for everyone for joining in, and let's see where we end up next week.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Join us next week, same time, next Sunday, 8:30. Sorry, 7:30. Final race of the season. Let's see how it goes.